So, I went to Iraq for my summer vacation. No, really. While my friends were posting from Bali or Paris, I was updating my travel insurance. When you tell people you're going to Iraq, they look at you like you've misunderstood the concept of vacation. They picture you in a flak jacket, dodging whatever they saw on the news. But if you want to see history, why not go to the place that invented it? I wanted Mesopotamia, not overpriced churros. The travel agent blinked. Iraq? She asked, as if I'd mispronounced Ireland. I wanted the land between two rivers, the home of writing, laws, and the wheel. My expectations were a wild mix of Indiana Jones and grim news reports. I packed sunscreen and skepticism. In reality, my biggest challenge was figuring out how to politely decline a third helping of lamb. Ancient hospitality is far more dangerous than ancient curses. My journey wasn't about chasing headlines, it was about chasing history. I wanted to stand in places I'd only read about in textbooks. It's a strange feeling traveling to a country many only associate with conflict, searching for something beautiful and ancient. You brace for the worst and are met with the best of humanity, and that was just the beginning. My first major stop was Babylon. Yes, the Babylon. You expect epic gates and golden temples. What you get is a field of bricks under a relentless sun. But these bricks have King Nebuchadnezzar's name stamped on them. Ancient personalized stationery. Walking through the reconstructed Ishtar Gate, you feel the scale. It's massive, blue, and intimidating, even now. You realize you're walking through a doorway meant to awe kings thousands of years ago. The age of it all is staggering. Alexander the Great died here. The Code of Hammurabi was written here. This place was a metropolis when most of Europe was still figuring out huts. Babylon makes you feel young and insignificant in the best way. Tour guides talk about 600 BC like it was last week. It recalibrates your sense of time. Saddam Hussein built a palace overlooking the ruins, a modern ego layered on ancient ambition. The palace is now empty, covered in graffiti, a modern ruin atop an ancient one. Here you see the glory of Nebuchadnezzar, the ambition of Alexander, and the hubris of a dictator, all within a few hundred meters. Babylon isn't just a ruin, it's a timeline you can walk through. It's messy, complicated, and utterly fascinating. You don't just visit Babylon, you time travel. And you leave with dust on your shoes and history in your bones. Every great nation needs a great statue. America has the Statue of Liberty. Elegant, welcoming, holding a book. Iraq has the Lion of Babylon, a giant basalt lion standing over a vanquished human. It's not holding a book, it's not welcoming anyone. It's saying, we are lions, you are not. The message is clear after 2,600 years. Pure, unfiltered power. The Statue of Liberty is an idea. The Lion of Babylon is a warning. Imagine New York with a giant bald eagle standing on a person instead of Lady Liberty. American symbols are about beginnings. Mesopotamian ones are about endurance. They weren't inviting you to the party, they were the party. Standing before the lion, you feel a connection to a world built on survival and dominance. This statue has outlasted empires, kings, and countless wars. It's a silent witness to an unimaginable stretch of human history. The Statue of Liberty is 140 years old. The Lion of Babylon has been chilling for over 2 millennia. It's humbling. It makes you wonder what symbols from our time will survive. My money's on a fossilized Big Mac. Some things are just indestructible. The Lion of Babylon proves it. Next up was Ur, Babylon's wealthy, well-planned suburb and the birthplace of Abraham. Home to the great ziggurat of Ur, a giant stepped pyramid for the gods. The ziggurat dominates the desert, a man-made mountain of baked brick. Climbing it feels like ascending to a final boss level. Steep, wide steps meant for processions, not tourists in cargo shorts. From the top, you see the desert, an airbase, and the ghost outlines of a once bustling port city. Ur was organized, planned neighborhoods, multi-room houses, even private chapels, urban living, 4,000 years ago. The Sumerians had city life down to a science while my ancestors were still arguing over mammoth meat. The ziggurat was partially restored under Saddam, a modern dictator's mark on ancient faith. Here, ancient history and modern politics collide. In Iraq, the past is never truly past. It's always being reinterpreted. The story of Ur is still being written. Let's talk scale. In America, we think big, malls, stadiums, base pro pyramids. But in Iraq, big meant the ziggurat of millions of handmade bricks, no cranes, just human will. It took generations to build, a project that organized society itself. The Sumerians built their own mountain, then put a temple on top for the gods. We build monuments to leaders, they built landing pads for deities. The logistics boggle the mind, tens of thousands of workers, all for a structure to last millennia. Building a ziggurat was their Apollo program, their cathedral, their everything. These structures have survived empires, sand and time. When you stand in their shadow, you realize our obsession with size is nothing new. We've always wanted to touch the sky. The Sumerians just did it first, and best. It's humbling for a society that thinks it invented everything. The ziggurat is proof. Visiting Nineveh near Mosul feels different. This place has been through it. Once the world's largest city, Nineveh suffered recent destruction by ISIS. History wounded before your eyes. Ancient gates bulldozed, statues smashed, museums ransacked. But what's amazing is what remains, and the effort to restore it. Archaeologists and locals are piecing history back together, defying those who tried to erase it. Seeing a reconstructed Lamassu, a winged bull with a human head, is profoundly moving. Walking the site, you feel awe and sadness. Immense city walls, piles of rubble, the fragility of culture. History isn't guaranteed, it must be protected and sometimes resurrected. Even amidst the damage, the spirit of Nineveh endures. The Assyrian kings ruled with psychological warfare, propaganda in stone. Even in fragments, the art is stunning. Nineveh is a testament to both human creativity and destructiveness. The battle to preserve our past is ongoing and worth fighting. The best part of traveling in Iraq? The people. Iraqi hospitality is a force of nature. Ask for directions, get invited for a meal, admire someone's tea, and they'll try to give you the whole set. Paying for anything becomes a polite battle you're destined to lose. Language barriers led to world-class charades like miming sunscreen to a shopkeeper. These awkward, funny moments are more memorable than any artifact. Chai is the social glue. Tired, happy, confused, or negotiating, the answer is always chai. Served in small, sweet hot glasses, it's a ritual of welcome. The overwhelming feeling is curiosity and pride in their history. Tell someone you're there to see Babylon or Ur, and their face lights up. Iraqis see themselves as custodians of an incredible legacy. They're genuinely happy to share it with anyone curious enough to visit. It's humbling and beautiful. The real treasure of Iraq is its people. Getting around Iraq is an adventure. Some highways are smooth, others are archaeological sites themselves. Driving is a chaotic ballet that somehow works. I just trusted my driver and held on. Checkpoints are everywhere, manned by serious-looking soldiers. As a foreigner, it's intimidating, until they see your passport, break into smiles, and sometimes ask for selfies. The landscape is stark and beautiful, endless desert, sudden oases of green. These drives give you a sense of Iraq's scale, challenges, and rugged beauty. It's on these long drives that you process everything you're seeing. Kids playing soccer, shepherds with flocks, towns bustling with life. The ordinary, everyday moments paint the real picture of a country. It's the stuff that never makes the news, but it's the most important part of the story. What does an American learn from vacationing in the cradle of civilization? Humility. Our national history is a blip compared to Mesopotamia's timeline. History isn't static, it's living, fragile, and needs guardians. The people of Iraq live with this reality every day, surrounded by the ghosts of empires. The biggest lesson is about people, not politics. Travel dissolves labels and replaces them with handshakes, smiles, and shared tea. Most people just want to live, raise families, and be proud of where they're from. The kindness I found in Iraq was a powerful antidote to cynicism. It's easy to fear what you don't know, harder when you've been invited in for dinner. So here's my modest proposal. Be more curious. Look beyond headlines. Seek the deeper stories. You don't have to go to Iraq, but you can adopt the spirit of the journey. Be open to surprise. Let your assumptions be challenged. And remember the Lion of Babylon. It's always better to be the lion than the guy underneath.